The proposal to bring back the death penalty in the Philippines passes House Committee level Wednesday. Voting 12-6-1, the panel approves the committee report on House Bill Number 1, which seeks to reinstate capital punishment for all heinous crimes.
Holy shit! This episode cements what's news as the foremost John Oliver ripoff out there, which, in itself, was the foremost Jon Stewart ripoff out there. We did it! What's news? This isn't. Today we're talking about the death penalty, the second most horrifying thing from The Green Mile. Don't look at me like that, Sam Rockwell. No one's gonna like you until you make Moon. House Bill Number 1, a substitute measure re-implementing capital punishment, has been hurtling through the House of Representatives like bullet bill aimed right at a drug dealer. Mushroom Kingdom, we're on to you, Mario. We're on to you. The bill has had a lot of support so far, recently being approved for debate and reading by the House of Representatives by winning a 12-6 votes. The stakes haven't been this high on votes since the season finale of The Voice Kids. Our country has a long history with the death penalty. It made heroes of Gamburza and Zerzal. It was abused by Marcos during martial law. I mean, what didn't he abuse? In 1987, under Cory Aquino, the Constitution banned the death penalty, making us the first country in Asia to ban the death penalty.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
But then Fidel Ramos brought it back just 6 years later. Well, shit. Then GMA banned it again in 2006. Yay! I guess? Not as impressive the second time, but still, yay! And now here we are, 10 years later, once again on the cusp of seeing capital punishment being legalized in our country. Our relationship with the death penalty is more off and on than Ross and Rachel. Currently, we're in the will they, won't they, but please God don't actually stage of our relationship. Now, there's a reason that a lot of people are opposed to the death penalty just in principle. Setting aside the more abstract reasons for valuing life and the morality of killing, there's also the very simple fact that the death penalty doesn't work!
Ayon sa human rights organization na Amnesty International, sa buong mundo hindi raw napatunayang bumaba ang krimen kapag may parusang bitay.
And we don't have to look any further than right here in our own country. In 1999, 7 different people were executed under the death penalty, most notably convicted child rapist Leo Echegaray. In that year, crime rose in the Philippines by 15%. 15%! I'd be pissed off if my shampoo gave me 15% more dandruff, and my shampoo doesn't even kill anybody! The death penalty has many supporters in the government, including Speaker of the House Pantaleon Alvarez, who helped write the bill. Alvarez is so dedicated to this bill, he's claimed he's actually willing to give up Catholicism in defense of it. That statement has actually led to bishops in the church saying that Alvarez is speaking horrible advice from Satan. If you ask me though, I'm not impressed. Anyone can give up a religion. Real dedication would be if he was willing to give up bacon. Bacon. Taking the exact opposite route was Senator Manny Pacquiao, who actually quoted the Bible while defending the death penalty. And really, we should stop doing that, guys. The way things are in the Philippines, the church and state aren't separated so much as they're exes who are low-key still seeing each other despite all their friends telling them not to. When Pacquiao was asked about which method of capital punishment he preferred to see implemented, he said this.
Ano mas pabor kayo? Sa hanging, sa firing squad, o sa electric chair, o lethal injection?
Para po sa akin, sa ngayon, nananaig po yung hanging or firing squad.
Dahil mura, o dahil makakasilbi ng maganda.
Sisipain lang po yung upuan.
Because it's cheaper! Get it? You are the worst, Manny. You are the worst. Of course, none of this would be possible without the support of the big dog himself, Rodrigo Duterte.
What we would do is to urge Congress to restore the death penalty by hanging. Balik mo sa akin yan. Ako ang araw-arawin mo yan. 5, 6. You destroy my country, I destroy you.
That's right. Duterte wants there to be at least 6 executions every day, which means by the end of a calendar year, 2,190 people will have been executed in the Philippines. To put that in perspective, in 2015, the recorded number of executions in the whole world was only 1,634, which, if you ask me, is a really pessimistic view on things. If Duterte's war on crime is so effective, why is he expecting 2,190 people to be on death row by the end of the year? Have a little faith in yourself, Digong.
There are many problems with the death penalty in its current stages, chief among them being that it exists. But there's also the little things, like the fact that the death penalty violates international law. The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the Second Optional Protocol of the ICCPR, to which the Philippines is privy to, strictly bans the reimposition of the death penalty. But of course, that's not much a problem for President Duterte. If we've learned anything about the Duterte administration this year, it's that they'll cherry-pick the parts of the law that they find most convenient, which makes sense. Duterte is a lawyer after all. Now, Duterte's made it very clear why he supports the death penalty.
Yung death penalty, hindi yan pantakot. Hindi yan to deter. Yung death penalty to me is the retribution. Magbayad ka sa ginawa mo.
Duterte wants to implement the death penalty primarily as a punishment that he feels is fit for particularly heinous crimes. Some of you watching this might just agree that if conducted humanely and within the bounds of law, people guilty of terrible crimes like murder or rape should be subject to death. And that is a perfectly valid opinion. The debate on this will continue. The bill has yet to be turned into an actual law, and the controversy is far from over. Personally, I don't agree with it, and as it stands right now, neither does international law. For me, I just don't think it's right that a government that has misplaced our taxes, failed to provide free education for all, threatened revenge porn as part of a trial, driven its own vice president out of the cabinet, and don't even know the basic dictionary meaning of the word hero, should be the ones to decide who needs to die.